Flip the other one.
Hold on. Oh shit, it's not going.
We're live. What's up, guys? It's JunkGuysdfw. No. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. We're live right now. Will you hit this one? This one right here?
On YouTube is the red one? Hit the red one?
I'm live on Facebook right now.
Okay, you live right now on this one.
All right, guys, we're just getting ready, preparing to execute a, let me see the mouse. Let me see the mouse. Put the mouse right here.
I don't have the mouse. It's right in front of me.
Oh, it's right in front of me.
That's gonna be for this one. You don't have the mouse for this one.
Okay, you're gonna have to go over to,
Yeah, let's do it really quick.
okay. All right, guys, hold on one second. Mike Feeney, hold on one second. Get out of that. Get out of that. Yeah, go right there. Go to my channel. Good job. Go to videos. There it is, right there. It's the first one right there. Hit it. All right, guys, sorry about that. We're just having a little problem. This will be the first indicating video that y'all know that I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Junk Guys DFW here at the headquarters in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. What's up? I'm here, guys. First of all, I want to go over a few things really fast. The 2019 Dallas Junk Removal Summit, okay? And that is Friday, October the 19th, 18th, Saturday the 19th, and the 20th, which is Sunday, guys. Now, let me tell you about what's going down on Friday. People will just be arriving on Friday. If you're a junk removal service and you just started your business, or you're a veteran in the business, or you're even thinking of starting a junk removal service, come to the summit. You will learn about junk removal, how to expand, and how to build your business, guys. But Saturday, as Saturday rolls around, you're going to realize what y'all got into. You're going to be able to speak to other junk removal companies, people who are actually in the business that you are, and the realization of how big you are. And this is the best part about it. It's the brotherhood that we have amongst other junk removal companies. Because, guys, you're going to be able to talk to people from Las Vegas, people from California, New York. I got somebody from Ontario, somebody from Germany coming down to the summit, guys. It's going to be awesome. And you're going to talk to a lot of local guys, a lot of people that are in the area that just want to start doing junk removal. And you'll meet other junk guys that are in the area. For instance, Josh from Junk Guys San Antonio, he's coming down. Junk Guys Houston, Jose from there. And then Junk Guys Dallas, and of course the new guy from Denton, John, he'll be coming down too. He's actually Junk Guys Denton, which I mentioned just a while ago. But guys, today, I came on live on 3 different platforms. It'll be the first time that we're actually doing this. We thought about doing it today since I have a guest on the show today, guys. And that is actually, I am streaming live to my Facebook page. We're streaming live to the discussion group Facebook page. And we are open for any questions. I actually got somebody just to answer these questions, or actually just tell me whenever we got questions, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll just throw them out there. So first of all, I want to say hi to everybody here. Junket, what's up, Jimmy? Donovan? New England, Ronald, woohoo! Drop and Go, the sexiest dumpsters in the house. And Billy. And Billy. Oh, and Billy, my Oh, he's over there? Billy, okay, Billy. I'm sorry. I'm only seeing a few streams. Luis Moran, what's up, brother? So I'm going to bring a guest in just so I can go. Now, one of the biggest questions I get asked on a daily basis is, Ricardo, they see me and Wander, who is my new guy. He's the one that's doing all the salsa. Wander, music. Wander is the guy that you're seeing in the background. Y'all always ask me questions. How are the junk guys getting contract jobs? How do y'all get hooked up with real estate companies? Well, guess what? My guest is going to answer some of those questions for y'all, okay? She's a veteran in the junk removal business. I mean, in the real estate business. And I asked her to come on the show. She got a little nervous. She's like, "Oh, Ricardo, I can't do it." But boom, she is ready to do it. Okay, guys? So introducing to y'all, I need a drum beat. Well, give me a different one. Give me a different one. Here goes a different drum beat. Barda! over there. Some fans. Can I get some claps? All right, Barda. All right, guys. Barda is with Rogers Healy Real Estate.
Yes.
So talk about a little about what you do, and let's talk about really quick. Give your Instagram and your YouTube page
Yes.
to the people.
So
And take your time. Take your time. I want you to take your time.
Yeah, so my Instagram page is Loncari, LLONCARI -realty, and I also have a YouTube channel that I just started, so I'm very new, and I have a partner on it, and we are called the Dynamic Duo Realtors. We have like 2-3 videos so far, so if you want to watch us, please go on like our Facebook page or YouTube page.
YouTube page. And I'm going to tell you something about Barda. Barda does some astonishing Instagram posts, okay? Her Instagram page, what's your Instagram post really fast?
So it's Loncari _realty.
You know what? We're going to write that down with a
Yes.
marker and a pen that my son, Maddie, who's in the background, is going to find me right now. He's going to find me a piece of paper and a pen that's in that drawer over there. And we're going to write it down. We're going to hold it up. It's probably over there, Maddie. And we're going to get her Instagram page so we can put it up there, and maybe she can get some more, what are they called, followers, right?
Yeah, sure.
Followers.
If you like my content, follow me. If you don't, then please don't. So.
In other words, she's saying if you got shit to say, do not follow her.
No, that's not true. Only good things, though. Only good things.
All right, guys. So some of the questions now, we are open to questions, but I want to ask her the questions that I think are important to my business. Okay, if you have some questions that you want to ask off of Facebook, the discussion group, if you got questions you want to ask off of YouTube, which we are live right now, you are welcome to right here. And do me a favor, stop calling me Mike Feeney. Please stop calling me. Jesus, he knows I'm live. He knows I'm live. It won't do nothing. It comes up as nothing right there. So get ready. He's going to call again. He's going to call again right now.
You don't want a piece of paper.
A piece of paper at all, huh?
Do you want a receipt?
You know?
Yeah, that's fine. No, a piece of paper I do have back here, brother. Back here. That's fine. We're good. We're good. We're don't worry about it.
I muted it.
You muted him? Okay, that's good.
I muted it.
And I don't know why he's calling me, but we're gonna get your web page up right now, guys. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. You gotta know this is part of the business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're live right now.
Here.
Okay, guys. So she's gonna write down her Instagram page, and then we're gonna start asking her questions about what's going on. Dude, I'm live right now. You're killing me. Okay? Don't call back on that number. Okay? Thanks, bro. All right, guys. So I took care of Mike Feeney.
You can see that.
Long card, backwards. It's backwards. So this is her Instagram page right here. Can y'all see it? Is it coming out right, Maddie, on that one?
Just write it on a comment.
Is it backwards? There we go. No, that's fine. We'll write it in the comments and just help them go. Actually, it's coming on right now. Will you type that in, Billy? Billy.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Look, there it is. Okay. All right, guys. So one of the biggest deals is we do have a lot of contracts. Me and Wander, when we go and do these jobs, we already know what we're getting paid. We know that most of these real estate companies call us to come pick up the dumpster trash, or we'll go into an apartment. We'll go into these homes, these $1 million homes, and then we'll go out there and we'll clean out. We really don't know where the money is coming from and who is paying us. One of my main questions is, you work for an investor. When I clean out a house, who's actually paying me? I think that's important for me to know.
Yeah, so most of the time it's going to be the investor. So me as a real estate agent, basically my job is to let my clients know, like if it's an investor that I'm working with, hey, whenever you're buying a property, most of the time it's a property that's going to go foreclosed, so there's a lot of junk in there, like you have to know what you're dealing with. A lot of times they do not let you do an inspection either, so you really do not know what you're getting into. So we just kind of have to let our clients know, in this case an investor, that they have to have extra costs saved up, like, you know, having to hire a junk removal service or do more work to the house, like if there's roof problems, foundation problems, whatever that comes up.
So they actually know they're going to spend more money cleaning out the house,
Yes.
too. So they have an idea. I got some questions. Barty, do you mind answering some of the questions my guys are asking? Jimmy, just junk it, wants to know, what is the correct approach to land a real estate contract? Are they called contracts, or can they just have an agreement with you?
You can have, I mean, usually you have to have a relationship with the person that you're working with. So when I know you, like I know Ricardo in this case, I'm always going to call him. So, you know, of course there needs to be a contract, but it's basically like relationship based with the person that you want to work with.
And what's one of the first things that you look for to hire a junk removal company, but something that you're in your mind, not like kind of like in the background, you're thinking in your head, I'm hiring Ricardo, why?
So technically, I'm not the person that's hiring you, it's my client. But my client comes to me for everything. They come to me for even an accountant, right? So like they trust my judgment on who I'm picking. So one of the main reasons why I would hire you in this situation, for example, is if, you know, of course you're reliable, you have to take things out quickly because we are under, you know.
And you mentioned, well, I had a little talk with Barda before we did this. She was mentioning about a contractor that their night and day contract. Tell me about the situation that he just split and he's gone for 6 or whatever. You remember you said?
So like I work with different contractors, you know, all the time on a daily basis. I'm an investor myself as well. So a lot of times you cannot find a reliable contractor. Sometimes, you know, I have my guy that does an amazing job, but then he'll just go MIA for 6 or 7 months. So I have to have 3-4 different people that I can reach out to.
Can you imagine a junk removal company going
Yeah.
MIA for 6 or 7 months?
They do. You never know who you can call, you know? So
I like that. I'm going to say that one of her main things is dependability, reliability, and being badass like we are. Okay, she didn't say badass, but I did. Here's another question. Hey, Jimmy, great question, brother. Thank you so much. Donovan, I have the same question as Junketter does. Okay. We got another one over here. Drop and Go Dumpsters. This is Brandon from Drop and Go. He's in Tennessee. Does this real estate company manage other properties for homeowners? And if so, do you take care of the evictions for the real estate company and clean up all the mess that is left?
So we do actually. The broker that I worked with, he has he also has a property management company, and we deal with all that kind of stuff. So anything, you know, when tenants break stuff or they trash the place, we have to go clean it up. I mean, recently with one of my investment properties, I had a situation where we go in and, you know, the carpet was destroyed. It wasn't a lot of junk, but they had literally destroyed the property. So we had to go in, paint, remove the carpets, like do all of the updates that you don't expect, and usually a deposit is really not going to cover that. So you really you want to make sure that you're budgeting and for all these extra things that come along while you're in that process. So
okay, I have a question. I have a question myself. So, and you can correct me or not. Your investor tells you, "Hey, I just bought a house at 1011 Elm Street. Get me a junk removal company." You pick up the phone and you call me. I go in there, I get the price. Barda, it's going to be $1,000. You get that price and you give it to your investor. He approves the money. I do the job. I get paid from the investor.
That's correct.
And that's what I want to know. I just want to know the chain of command, and I think that chain of command is an understanding, because I'm seeing people write stuff like that. Can you scroll down just a little bit, Billy? Just a little bit. I think I missed some of the questions here. Just scroll down a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, right there is fine. Networking with realtors. What do you think about that? Will that help me? Yes or no?
Yes, that'll help you. And so there's different ways you can network with realtors. First of all, you will find realtors in any type of networking event you're going to go to, whether it's a happy hour or a professional networking event. And I also think it's very important to have a partnership with a broker. So whenever you have a partnership with a broker, you're kind of always on their directory, and you're the to-go person, you know, for like 200-300 agents that work for that specific guy. So.
Okay, Billy, I want to say hi to Billy. He's on our Facebook Live. Sorry, I can't see anything. Chris said that. Chris and Fabian Jimenez, these are guys who usually are on our channel all the time. So these are really long-term. I think Chris said that. I think one of your friends just recently contacted me on email. I gave her my email, and she wants to ask questions. So thank you for bringing, you gave me a referral, put it that way. Okay, guys, let's get back to Barda here and Roger Healy Real Estate. I never knew how it really worked. I thought the paychecks were coming from the real estate agent, so I had no idea. And that's pretty funny because I've been doing this for a long time. I'm going to read another question, guys. Here we go. JunkGuys Dallas wants to know how you found me. Well, we know how we found each other, but how do you go about finding a junk removal business? Because the question is not how you found me. If my business did not exist, how would you go about finding a junk removal business?
I mean, I honestly, I Google everything. So if I don't have a contact for something specific, I will just go ahead and Google and read reviews, look at their Facebook page, make sure that they have good, good reviews on there. Yeah, and honestly, in this situation, it's always better to ask. Like, for example, I'm part of this Facebook group that's called DFW Investment Properties. And if I'm looking for a junk removal guy, I can just go ahead and say it, and then people will give recommendations for someone. And, I usually like to go by when people recommend someone. So there's multiple ways you can do it.
I'm sorry, repeat that Facebook part one more time. Just tell me that, because I think that's going to be interesting to a lot of people, because that made me, a light bulb went up. Tell me again about what you did on Facebook.
Yeah, so like if you go to a group and you just, ask a question, hey, I'm looking for a junk removal guy, and people will start recommending other people. And I always pick the person that's recommending someone else.
Does it help that these people have pictures?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it help that these people put their Instagram page? Does it help if these people put their Facebook page? Does it help that these people have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
A website?
Mm-hmm.
When you see all that stuff in the URL on the message, does it make you go, hey, maybe I should hire them or hire this dude that just has this number?
I think, yeah, definitely. The people that are in all platforms of social media are a lot more trustworthy than anyone else, because, you can change your company a month from now and be something
And I don't want to interrupt you, Barta, but this is something I preach all the time. And this is personal, guys. I've talked to y'all in the past about how to get with your social media, get up to date with your social media, do anything you can to be spread out and be on the internet. Anything would help, and especially with SEO and ranking your website higher on Google. This is God, y'all don't understand. You're doing junk removal on a daily basis, and that's all you know how to do. You need to be online. You need to be able to build your website, but able to be on social media. It's a big part. Okay, a big part of it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Barta, because that's why the reason she's Barta. Let's look over here. Jimmy asking us a question, and Jimmy is out of Junket. He's from Tennessee, or no, Mississippi. One of the two. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jimmy. And Jimmy says, does a letter work or face-to-face meeting work? Which is better? I've always, and I'm going to answer this question, but I want you to jump in, Barta, right after I'm done. He wants to know, should he introduce himself by a letter, face-to-face, or an email? I prefer just emailing you and saying, hey, here are my prices, this is what I do. You're the real estate agent. I don't know. Tell the people.
I mean, I prefer face-to-face or over a phone call, because you can always get a vibe from the person that you're talking to, and you can actually ask more questions versus, having to go back and forth on emails and waiting to see when you're going to respond and all that kind of stuff. So definitely face-to-face or calling you and having a conversation with you is a lot better.
Can you read that right there? There's a question right there on Facebook. Can you read that?
I actually can't.
You can? Okay. I'm going to read this right here. JunkGuys Philly. Junk Luggers Philly says, do realtors care if the companies they use are insured or do have workers' compensation in place? I'm gonna jump in. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, Barta, Texas, we're like this when it comes to insurance, workers' comp. But California, you got to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Tell me your opinion about companies. Do they really need to be insured? Do they really need to have workers' comp?
I mean, yeah, of course they do. I definitely think that you have to have some type of licensing or insurance, because otherwise, if something happens, then we're gonna have to be involved in a lawsuit, and I do not want that. So.
Would you get fired if there was a lawsuit?
I mean, I work for myself, so I wouldn't.
She's gonna fire herself.
Yes.
So guys, it does help. Would that make or break the deal?
So I don't really know how you guys go behind getting licensed or getting insurance. I know, for example, if it's an inspector for the home, you have to be licensed and you have to make sure that you're always up to date. Otherwise, we could get in trouble. Or I'm recommending you, so that's just gonna fall back on me. So if anything happens, I'm gonna look like the bad guy or the person that did not do the due diligence and recommended somebody that's not insured. So is definitely very important.
Donovan Rivers, who's a local guy, he's out of Arlington, Texas, has a great question. What qualifications are realtors looking for to hire a junk removal company other than being bad ass?
I think, I honestly think you just need to be reliable, dependable, just kind of, I appreciate when people pick up my phone calls, regardless of what kind of industry you're on, and respond to me within 24, 48 hours, or let me know that you're going to get back to me. So I think that's very important, especially to just not go MIA for, weeks or something like that. So.
How do you like it if you call the junk removal company and they don't answer, you just go into the next one, am I correct?
Unless you have a relationship with them. So
well,
if
of course,
I have
okay.
a relationship with them,
right.
I can just always shoot you a text or know that Ricardo is going to pick up his phone, tomorrow, or he's going to text me back. But yeah, if they're not going to pick up, I literally have a directory in front of me of trusted vendors, and I'm going to go one by one. If you don't pick up the phone call, I'm on to the next one.
I love how she said that. And I've told people 100 times in hundreds of videos. Hundreds. I'm not saying videos. I said hundreds of videos. Pick up your damn phone. It could be a relationship like what I have with Barda. It could be a relationship like this. Or, you know what? You'll just wait until someone on Craigslist calls you. Okay? You can go from making hundreds to making thousands to $10,000s of dollars with one small job that she gives me. It could be a $500 job. Another one could be $1,500. And I'm going to tell you something about Barda. She don't play around with these houses. Barda's in the really high scale. She does every once in a while a crack house, but she messes around with the $1 million homes all the time, which is what I love. I like that, guys. Okay, let's go with another question over here. Drop and go dumpsters. Work. There's need a return. I always got to go through Brandon's email questions before I answer them. That's the way that changed, man. Work out no return or some kind of agreement. Oh, do we need an agreement?
You're gonna need an agreement before the job is done between you and the person that's paying you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So.
With me, no.
With you, no. Okay. I've never had an agreement with Barda. I get paid regardless. Okay. Yeah. Me and her are friends. You know what I'm saying? But if you hire someone else, would you really need it?
You have to.
Yeah.
You always. It's always good. You're still gonna have. In this scenario, I'm basically a middleman, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just connecting you with an investor, and the business on the other side. So you guys are gonna have an agreement. I'm just the middleman. If I was doing a job with you, then of course I would want to, and of course it depends on the relationship. But even when you do have a relationship, always get it in writing. So I think that's very important.
You're never gonna get that from me. All right, guys, here we got another question. This is a great question, and I am a big old. I don't like it. I think it's tedious, but as a starting a junk removal service, I can understand where people stand on this question. But Jimmy, just junk it. When you do a job for a real estate company, should you do half down? Okay, so for instance.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this real easy. Company A went out to a house. Company B did too, but Company A went out to a house and did an estimate of $5,000. Mm-hmm. They're ready to go. Mm-hmm. Company B went out to do an estimate on the same house for $5,000, but they want $2,500 down. Who do you go with, A or B?
I think it depends on the reputation as well. Do I know this person?
Right.
This person?
No, these are two normal companies. Just companies.
Most likely the one that's not going to charge anything up front and get paid after the job is done.
Exactly. And that is just being transparent. You're just being honest. Guys, that's one thing I've told people about. Don't ever ask for it. If you have the money, do it. Once you ask for that down payment down, 80% of the time you're going to lose the job.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get that job. Y'all know my business is a little bigger than the normal junk removal business, so we're able to afford to put $10,000 or $5,000 down on a $30,000 or $40,000 job. To complete, we have the trucks, we have the trailers, and the dumpsters. Were you going to say something?
Yes, I want to say something. I think it's so important to have that relationship, because when you trust somebody, even if they're going to ask for a deposit, that's fine. But if I don't know, I've never worked with you before, and you're asking me for $3,000, how do I know that you're not just going to take the money and peace out, So,
yeah, that's true.
It's both ways, but a lot of times in these things, it's a little bit like, hey, it's important to have that relationship. So.
She makes a great point. She does make a really good point. Now that I think about it, the relationship part of this it's a journey that me and you
Yeah.
have to take in
Exactly.
jobs. We have to go through this journey of doing these jobs, having that trust issue. Hey, Barta, this job is $30,000. I'm gonna need at least $5,000. She'll pull the, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
we'll get it done. Let's go to another question really quick, guys, right here. Joseph Carewood, I don't know where you're from, Joseph. Welcome to the stream here. What if you are just starting out? By the way, this is Joe from Super Clean Junk Guy. How do you get your foot in the door? And I think you've answered this question, but go ahead. How do you get the foot in the door with y'all?
With like
Real estate companies to hire them.
I think having a strong relationship with somebody that's up there is definitely important. You know, what we do on a daily basis is we literally bring like inspectors, loan officers, all these different companies, title companies to come and introduce themselves and educate other realtors about all of their product and services that they offer. So whenever we have a client that we're gonna need to help them out, we know who to call. So I think, you know, connecting with maybe brokers, because brokers are the ones that own the companies and then they have agents that work for them.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, connecting with brokers, connecting with property management, you know, managers, I guess, if they're gonna need you for the rentals and all that kind of stuff. Those are good starting points, I would say.
That's interesting. I never thought about brokers. I never ever thought of that in 11 years. I've never thought about that. I have one of the biggest junk removal services in the United States live on our channel. It's Dr. Junk. Dr. Junk is out of, damn it, and I went blank, North Carolina. I'm sorry, Mike. I apologize. Mike runs about 3 vehicles. He's got 16-foot vehicles. He covers all of the North Carolina area. He does a lot of construction, and he's got a question for you. Are there a lot of realtors that specialize in working with investors?
Yes, in the Dallas area, there are a lot of realtors that specialize with working with investors.
And he's got a secondary question. Would it help joining with realtors that have those monthly meetings, and how does it cost to sponsor something like that? Oh, that's a great question. That's actually
Yeah,
a
I
really good
think
question.
that's
That's
a
a
great
really good question.
question, yeah.
Could I bring you some lunch or something?
Yeah, you can always bring me lunch. Bring me lunch and mimosas or something.
Okay, so
And you're hired.
and I'm hired, right? Okay, so answer that question for us. He says, how about joining realtors monthly meetings? Would that help me?
So, yes and no. I have, based on my experience as a realtor, I have learned that a lot of times whenever you go to these monthly things, it has not been the most beneficial, just because you have a lot of people from the same industry just trying to start off with. I think it's very important if you start doing something where realtors are there, but maybe a little bit more established, if that makes any sense. Because you want to get clients that already have a reputation.
I want you to answer the questions honestly. And
Yeah.
This is awesome what she just said. She doesn't think it's beneficial for us to hit those meetings. She thinks if it's companies that are veterans in the real estate, then it would be beneficial. But most of the people that are coming are rookies.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have any pull anyway.
Yeah.
They couldn't pull the string. So
They come to learn.
They come to learn,
Yeah.
and then we're fucking pushing junk removal on them.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. So I hope Dr. Junk, and like I said, Dr. Junk's one of the biggest companies in North Carolina. So it's a good question. He's got a lot of
Can
trucks.
I
and
add
stuff.
something also as
Yeah.
well? So what happens in Dallas, a lot of times they'll do these get-togethers for realtors on like a higher end properties. Those are good to go to, but usually they like happen if it's a new construct or like if it's a new building or something like that. They'll invite everybody out, and we love to go see luxury buildings. So you'll meet a lot of higher and or more established realtors in those kind of events.
Brandon from Drop and Go Dumpsters, he asked a question. I think he did not asking a question. He's just making a point right now. He's talking about our agreement with me and the brokers. We have an agreement. I will do the dumpster rentals, junk removal, and send everybody know to buy or selling house. Buck, I didn't understand the question, Brandon, but I at least read it for you, okay? Andy Rubbish, I agree with you 100%. Looking good, Ricardo. Keep teaching. That's what I'm here for, bro. Junket here in Memphis, there's too many thieves. Jimmy, if you can elaborate, I'd appreciate that, brother. Junk Guys Dallas, I want my foot in the door. Come to my house, I'll put your foot in my door. I'll slam that shit, David. New England Pickers says, sponsor a meeting like sales meeting, buy lunch for them. You'll speak to them for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great, but you have to do it through the broker. So whenever you do it through the broker, you open opportunities for everybody to listen to you. So
Well, she just said no, and the reason she just said no is because she's been to these meetings, and we're talking about the meetings. We got somebody
Like-
arguing over here about this. That you disagree that they shouldn't show up because you've been to these meetings. This is something where you introduce your business to.
yeah, but it depends. Like, are you just doing a meetup and you're saying, hey, come to this lunch and learn and, come learn about the junk removal business? Or are you going into a brokerage, into a company and saying, hey, I'll buy you guys lunch if you give me the opportunity to speak for an hour? So that, I think that should happen. But if you just do a meetup and you invite people, I mean, rookies are going to show up, there's nothing wrong with that because you don't know where it's going to lead you.
Exactly. You don't know where it's
But,
going to lead.
yeah, exactly.
And you remember when you were a rookie, you showed up. Did anybody ever show up? Like anybody?
They showed up, but I met a lot of people that are on the same boat as me. So I wanted to kind of meet, run into people that I could learn from and kind of mentor me and people that are a little bit more established. Because when you're a rookie, you're not going to learn. Like, I don't go to events where there's going to be a lot of realtors because that's not my
Forte. You're already
those are not
past that
people
level.
that I need to network with.
Right, and plus,
So-
why would you? I mean, and I'm going to interrupt Barda for a second. That's the same thing that I'm talking about, what she just mentioned. I am having the 2019 Dallas Summit. I'll bring that up again, guys. This is for people who want to get their foot in the door in junk removal. That's why you should attend Friday, October the 18th, Saturday the 19th, and Sunday the 20th, okay, of this month. Make your flight, get your flight. We're having it here, guys. I'll be one of the guests. Well, I'll be the main guest speaker, but this is why I do these talks. This is what she's talking about, is these meetings too. Why would you want to come to a junk removal summit if there's just rookies all around? You know what I mean? We actually have someone that's speaking. That's me. I've been doing this longer than most of y'all have. She would benefit from it. If she was in the junk removal business and she just started her junk removal called junkbabes.com, she would have came to my summit and learned a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. Yeah,
Okay.
and reputation. I mean, people know you, so they're gonna come to your thing, right? If it's just a random person that's doing it that doesn't have a lot of experience, then what am I gonna learn? So
I got another question right here. Does their company join a chamber, and if so, what's their outcome been? For example, I joined a local chamber and have picked up about 2,000 to 3,000. Ooh,
that's good.
2. Yeah, working the last 2. Keep weekend. So one of my viewers that's watching the stream right now, he joined a chamber and it worked out fine for him. But you don't really know anything about chambers, right? Or
I know. I mean, I know people that go to those things, and I think it's anything that you do. Honestly, opportunities are gonna come somehow, right? So, like, if you're gonna put your work into going to all these networking, you'll eventually run into the right people. So I'm not saying do not do that, but everybody has different ways of getting the work done and running into the right people to get the leads that they need. So
you hear what she just said? This is physically moving your body and walking into these buildings. And that's why I always tell y'all, the more information you throw out there on the internet, something's got to stick. And she's saying the same thing. The more you throw your human body out there into these networking, chambers, meetings, something's got to stick. People will know you. Eventually go, you know what? I've seen this motherfucker at this meeting. What does he do? You know what I mean? And then there's a chance they might hire you.
yeah, and I mean, you definitely do have to spend money to make money. So I know a lot of times whenever you attend these things, you kind of have to spend money, which in the beginning it's intimidating. You're like, oh, $300 a year to be a part of this, but sometimes it's worth it because you never know how much money you're gonna make. Like your friend did here, $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah. And this is a question for Mike, and you'll probably address him as Mike, so you want to say that to Mike here.
Okay.
And he's right here on this one. He wants to know, because he's asking me here again.
Okay.
Goddamn Mike. Mike Feeney is the owner of Dr. Junk, North Carolina, one of the biggest junk removal services in North Carolina. And he asked this: how many hoarder houses sales do you handle a year? Oh, gosh, I think I asked the question wrong. Do you come across hoarder homes?
I do, and I have. You gotta I have 2-3 that are bad.
Like how bad?
I mean, like bad. I can't even explain it. It's bad, and I honestly, personally, don't. Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Do you walk into
like
these places?
categorizing them.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
I have.
Listen, guys. Can you imagine Barda walking into the the hoarder house that I had with the bed bugs.
Yeah, I mean,
Wearing this
it's been
shirt.
bad,
Wearing
yeah.
this shirt.
Oh,
Ah.
you gotta dress for the occasion.
Yeah,
Whenever you go in
I don't
houses
think
like
Barta
that.
would last 5 minutes in that house, dude. And we were there for a day, a whole 8 hours for doing this. But I can imagine you walk into some of these hoarder houses and you're just like, holy cow. For a girl that's not used to junk removal, picking
Yeah.
up junk, you're terrified. We look at it like, dude, let's go.
Yeah, and you really never know. Like from the outside, you're like, okay, this could be fine, and then you just don't know what to expect, and you go in and you're like, holy shit, excuse my language, but that looks kind of bad. But
Let me see if I got another question. I understand we can't give you money for referring work, but okay. Great question, Mike. Again, I'm going to go with another question from him. He says he knows he can't bribe you, but can he give you a gift card?
Well, it depends how much, and it depends, I guess. I don't know if there's. So, for example, for real estate agents, you cannot give anything to anyone above $50.
So
if I'm buying a gift, it cannot be over $50, or I could lose my license. So.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
We never knew that. So, okay, so here it is, guys, and we're going to walk through this one more time. Let's say I did not know Barta, but I met Barta at a meet and greet. It was a pie place. We were buying pies, and I met her at it. She bakes good pies. I do too. We're in a competition, so I met her there. And I come to Barta, and I said, Barta, I do junk removal. You're real estate. Do you mind hiring me? By the way, you know what? I'll hook you up. Here's a Chili's card for $40. Would that help you hire me?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I would feel at that point like you're trying to buy me, which I don't know if I.
Okay, you know what? Let's rephrase
I'm
the
like,
question.
Wait, what?
Let's
Are you
rephrase the
trying
question.
to-
Let's change the question up. Let's say after a while, I just got to know you and we talked. You never hired me. I say, hey, you know what? I cleaned out a Chili's. They gave me a lot of gift cards. Here's one for you. And you know what? If you ever come across a hoarder house or a home that you need clean, give me a call.
Yeah, I mean, I think keeping it so like I can share one example. One time I did a deal with. I had a client. She used this lender, and the lender ended up buying me a gift, which was a $15 gift card, Starbucks gift card, and a handwritten note. And she was like, "Thank you so much."
What did the note
for-"
say?
She just said, "Thank you so much for the, for working this transaction with me, and you've been great." And it was just very personable, and I love that. And I'm like, I've never, had a lender actually give me a gift like that. So I thought that was very personable. She appreciated my time. It wasn't a lot of money. It was only $15, which is great. I mean, I didn't feel like, she's just really working too hard. It was just a gift of appreciation.
I think Dr. Junk, that's a great question. If you hear her results on this, I think that's she just said something really, really good that she did appreciate as a woman. Do you think men realtors would appreciate as much as that?
Would men appreciate?
Would
the gift?
appreciate a note?
I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know. Would you
I
appreciate
wouldn't.
it?
I've got
Or
notes
would you
from
rather,
notes from customers of mine saying, "Thank you, Ricardo, for cleaning out the hoarder house." And I say, I look at it and I'm like, "That's cool. That's
Really?
cool."
You're not like, I'm gonna give him another job.
No, I'm not. I'm just not like that, But
do. I'm like,
yeah.
that was
No,
so
no.
sweet.
That's
You
what
don't
I want to
know.
know. That's good because you're a woman. You know what I mean? It's a proven
And
fact
most
that
realtors are women, so just FYI.
it's a proven fact that women take things 7 times harder than a man would. So, like, if someone said "fuck you, Ricardo," and they said "fuck you, Barta," you would take it 7 times harder than I would.
Oh yeah, I would.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a great question, Dr. Junk. I expected a great question with a lot of knowledge and something on back end coming from him. So I understand what he's coming from. Chris Cerda is out of El Paso, Texas. Oh, apologize. I have no idea. Do you recommend that we give our basic pricing for jobs when we first meet?
So
Hold on. When we first meet, or do you think it's best to give you an estimate on site? Go ahead.
I mean, wouldn't you want to come out on site and give me an exact estimate of how much you're going to be able to? I'm not sure I understand.
I think here's what he's saying. Chris, if you want to correct me on this, on the next question down here, dude. Chris asked a question. Do you think if he came out to the property and he looked at it, should he give you the price right then and there or wait to give you the price if he knows what it is? would it be impress you more that if you called me out and you said, Ricardo,
I mean,
come.
I mean, you would know how much it would
Right.
cost
Right.
to get that stuff done
Right,
if
right.
you see it. I mean,
Right.
if I'm calling you and I'm like, hey, Ricardo, there's a case of beer over here, there's a big fridge or whatever, and I'm asking you to give me an estimate without seeing it, then that's different. Of course, it's gonna be harder because you don't know how much it's gonna.
Yeah,
take
and
to get
I
it
think
out.
this question by Chris is actually referring if we're on the property. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I would want it to be as accurate as possible.
Right,
Unless
and right
there's
then and
stuff
there.
that's underneath the
Would
house
you
that need to
appreciate
get rid of.
the guy who could give you the price right then and there, or the guy who has to wait a day or two to give you the price?
I mean, right there and then.
And I'm glad you said that, because I fight this all the time with these viewers. I tell y'all, you have to be fucking confident. You got to know what you're doing, and if you can give the person the price there, why do you think I'm so successful? I go in there with this fucking straightforward attitude. Hey,
It does.
this is.
It does.
I know what it's going to cost. This is the price, and I expect to be paid in 15 or 30 days.
And it shows authority as well, and it shows that you know.
Oh my
what
gosh, you
you're
see
doing.
the wording. I'm getting to like her. I'm getting to like her, guys. What she just said, the authority that we give on these jobs is important. And what does the definition of authority means to her? Directive, being confident. Oh man, we lost this. Okay, we're back. We're good. Maddie, will you check my mic? All right, guys. Let's see. Luis Mariano don't want to give me. Since Ricardo doesn't want to give me any more jobs, for every 15 calls he gets. God damn it. Maddie, will you see what's going on? There's the earphones right here, Maddie. Right there. Let's see. Do you recommend that we basically to join our local real estate board as investor? Mike Murphy. Hey, Ricardo, I've been trying to sign up for the summit, waiting to the. Mike Murphy, you are already signed up for the summit. Don't worry about it. I'll send you when I need money, brother. Okay. If not, just bring $50 gift card. No, I'm kidding. Just bring $50 cash. I love that. New England Picker says, explain what REO it. Explain what REO is. What REOs do. Do you know what that is?
No.
Real estate REOs are preservation companies, I think.
Oh, okay.
Preservation property cleanups. Maddie, I lost my chat over here on my. There it is. It's back again. If people can hear me, they're hearing me, right? They're sitting here apparently asking questions and stuff like that. So I think that's working. REOs are preservation companies that show us to come out and they want us to change the locks. They want us to board the walls and do extra stuff. Put no trespassing signs up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Do you deal with that?
I mean, honestly, I don't. If I need stuff out of the house, I'll call Ricardo. I'm like, hey, I need this job done. So.
Right. No. Nacho Junk Removal LLC. We have a new viewer. I don't know who this guy is, but his name is Nacho. Okay. Are the norm maybe a gift card for every job that closes? I don't know. You heard what she said, and I can only tell you I'm a professional when it comes to junk removal. Barta doesn't know shit about junk removal when it comes to that. I don't know shit about real estate. She knows. She's the professional in that point. So she already gave you the advice when it comes to the gift cards, how to work it, and how they seem appropriate or inappropriate. A big old gift card seems inappropriate. A small gift card with a thank you letter seems appropriate. I could tell you as a junk removal, I've received cards like that. I've received, not gift cards, but I've received cards where they say thank you for the job well done. And I was like, I look at the card and I'm like, oh, cool, man, thanks. You know what I mean? But then I am a guy. Junk removal up in California. There is no sound on YouTube but Facebook, but not Facebook. There is sound on YouTube, but not Facebook Live. I lost it on this one right here. Facebook Live right here. Maddie. I think he put the volume down on Facebook Live and muted it right on this one. Maddie, right here. Right here. This one right here. Yes, that one right there. Yeah, you're going to have to come across over here and fix it. You can be on camera for a second, bro. I think he messed up with something like that. Okay, thank you, Abe. Will you let me know when it's back up, Abe? We just lost volume on one of these cameras, guys. I don't know why. But I got Maddie. Of course, y'all seen him in other videos. He's fixing my sound right now. And I think that's why we lost some of the people. I don't know. Hit the volume up on top. On top. Yeah, volume. And see if that helps anything. shit, I have no idea.
Where is this going? Is it just off of here?
Yeah, it's just a stream. It's a full stream here.
Is it,
Get a hold of Wander and see if he can fix it. Something happened. Here we go. We hear you, Dr. Junk. Yes, you hear me, Dr. Junk. But on the Facebook Live, Dr. Junk, who actually is the owner of one of the junk removal discussion groups, do you mind going to your junk removal discussion group page and seeing if you can hear me really quick on the discussion group? And I'll wait for your answer, Dr. Junk, Mike. If you don't mind going to the discussion group page. It's fine. We can hear. Okay, we're fine. Someone said that they couldn't hear us, so I called them to come get you. Okay, Jimmy Wright. Okay, good. We're good. Let's talk about a situation I had. I went to a property, and they threw stuff inside the pool. Have you ever had something like that?
I actually have. So, yeah.
This is funny. I thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
So these people, I don't know how the transaction went, how the closing of the house went, but I know that when I got there, the realtor, which was this old man, he said, by the way, can you get those bicycles and that lawn furniture out of there? So tell me about your situation.
I mean, so we put a house under contract. Usually whenever you put a house under contract, you go see it, you walk it with your client, and then you wait for, most of the time is if the loan is getting done, so you wait 30 days until your closing date. What that means is whenever you go to the closing table, the current owners give the property over to the new owners. So I usually do a walkthrough the day of or a day before to just make sure everything is there. I mean, there's been situations where like people stole the AC, they stole the appliances a day before closing, and you cannot sell a house like that, right? Without
Holy
appliances.
shit.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of, like, you don't know what to
So
expect.
you saw the house with the appliances, and then right when it
without
closes,
them,
it's gone.
Yeah. I represented the seller, and the appliances were gone, and these were brand new appliances that people went in and they stole everything. So I mean, it's you have to
Holy
like make sure
fuck.
that everything stays there.
That is something we don't see. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? That's something you have to deal with, but something we don't see.
Exactly.
We come in there when they trash the place
When
out,
they
but
trash the
to
place,
know the inside story, I want you to explain to my viewers how the closing goes, as if I'm explaining to me as because I don't want to put you on. A lot of people know what closing is, but explain it to me like I'm maybe a 10-year-old. Explain it to me in an easy term. What exactly is closing?
So closing is basically.
I'm a 10-year-old.
If you've ever bought a house, you probably know that. But if you have not, you want to buy a property and you have to put an offer on the property. You go look at the property. You say, okay, I want this property. You make the offer, and then the closing table is whenever the funds get exchanged. So you saying, hey, here's the money for this house. You sign a bunch of paperwork, and then the property, goes to you if you're the buyer, right? So if the seller, you get rid of the property. So a day before, that's whenever you do the walkthrough to make sure that the house is in a good condition, and you walk in and it's a freaking disaster. So that kind of sucks, but yeah.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
Honestly, why would I think about it like that, Marta? I care about the job and the money I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
I don't care about the history behind it.
Yeah.
But knowing the inside of it, that in the walkthrough is cool,
Yeah.
bam, they fuck you the next day.
They do, and it happens a lot. They leave the place dirty. They
Oh,
just
wow.
think that they can, leave whatever that they want. Like they leave a bunch of junk behind. Like
So
in the situation, it was just all full of stuff that we, I guess it wasn't working since they put the house under contract. So it's really a disaster sometimes.
I got another question really quick. Some sellers want to pay for the cleanup at closing. We rarely do it. What do you suggest?
Sorry, can you say that again? I was like,
Yeah, I don't understand the question too. No, I'm sorry. A viewer says some sellers want to pay for the cleanup at closing. Some of the sellers want to pay at closing. We rarely do it. What do you suggest? Some sellers want to pay for the cleanup at closing.
You have to clean the house before you sell it.
Right.
So I'm not expecting you to pay an additional cleaning fee because I expect to get the house in spotless clean. If I'm representing the seller, I advise my seller to make sure that the house is, very clean whenever they sell it. And if you're the buyer, you want to make sure that you're getting the same way. A lot of times I will put verbiage on the contract that says, hey, the house needs to be spotless clean once closing happens. So just in case something can happen, you can always go after them if you really want to legally. But I don't think they need to pay you an extra fee for cleaning it because it's expected to be clean once it closes.
Right.
Unless it's an investment property. When you buy investment properties, it's a completely different story because you don't really know what you're buying. So when you go in there, you just have to make sure that you know you're going to spend money on fixing it, removing junk, doing all that kind of
Maddie, what's our stream time right now, Maddie?
This one's on 49.
Okay, cool. We got about 10 more minutes, 11 minutes, something like that. Here goes, what are we over there on that?
49.
24 people. That's not bad. All right, cool. They like you. I think,
I hope so.
you know, the thing is, you have a good topic. You have a good topic, and why do people listen? It's because it benefits their business. I appreciate, Barty, you coming in here with Roger Healy Realty because I know long term it's going to help out people. You know what I mean? It's going to help out people.
And I have to say something. You guys need to be more out there because there's not a lot of junk removal companies that are out there.
Well, no, I want you to repeat that.
Yeah.
I want you to repeat that loud and clear. I want all the cameras. I want people on Facebook Live. I want people on the Facebook discussion group. And then people on the YouTube channel to hear her. She's going to see it and repeat it one more time.
Yes, please
Listen to
be
this.
out there. Be on social media. Be easy to be able to find you because sometimes, you know, you guys are not easy to find. It's like you got to do research about finding a junk removal, you know, company. So you got to be out there. Like I'm part of so many groups and there's so many realtors, lenders.
And there's not one junk removal
Not
company.
junk removal company.
Isn't that incredible that she just said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a plumber?
I do know a plumber.
Do you know a roofer?
I know a roofer.
Do you know a carpenter? A carpenter, wood person.
Yeah.
Do you know someone that could put up sheetrock?
Yes.
Other than me, do you know someone in junk removal?
Not personally. We have a directory with 2 people on there that yeah.
Can you hear that?
There's
Did y'all
only
hear
2
that?
people on there that,
Guys,
yeah.
we gotta
You guys
put our
gotta be out
information.
there.
You gotta put your information. You heard it from the horse's mouth right here, guys. That she just said it. She has no idea who to call. If it's not me,
Yeah.
she doesn't call nobody. She's just next person.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't answer the phone. Next person. I'm guarantee you'll go to like 6, 7
Mm-hmm.
people before you have to answer the phone with somebody and stuff. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Doctor said, what I'm saying, jumps when people don't have any money, they wanted to pay us up at closing. So Dr. Junk, I understand what you're saying, brother. I understand what you say. What I'm saying is that we did jobs
I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wanted to negotiate to pay you guys at closing.
Yeah. So that's what he was saying. That's okay.
No,
That's okay. It's not.
I
It's,
wouldn't recommend it if that's the answer that you're trying to.
exactly. Does it help knowing that if I pull up for an estimate and let's say I don't know you, okay? And you're at a house and you said, hey, I want the junk guys, quote, she doesn't know who the hell we are. And I show up to a house and I show up in a hat, a shirt that matches, junk guys, hat,
Yeah.
shirt, shorts or slacks, but you look behind me and I pulled up in an F550 with a big trailer. Tell me how you're thinking. Or should I just show up in my car?
I mean, I think it's important to show up, to dress the way that your profession demands it to be. So if you come out there with a truck and you know you've got the junk guy hat on, a junk guy shirt on, then yeah, sure, with a trailer or whatever that you need. So yeah, I mean, just gotta always be dressed professionally, I think, for your job.
Hey, Barda, I'm here, and this is the truck and the trailer I'm going to use for the job. Isn't that better than me going, yes, Miss Barda, I have a truck and a trailer too. I mean, I just pulled up in my Caprice here with the 22s on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't worry, I got a truck and trailer. Or me actually, that's the truck and trailer. We got 2 of those. We're going to use those for this job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always tell people, dude, stop doing this. I know people that, Barda, some of these people, for some reason, don't have common sense, and they actually show up in flip-flops, shorts, and a
do
T-shirt
not
to
do
do an
that,
estimate.
no,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
They show up like that to do an estimate, and Maddie's up to something. I see Maddie in the background doing something
I
great.
mean, have business cards, dress well, you know, have a sticker, whatever that shows your logo on your trailer, truck, or whatever that you have. So I think that definitely makes you a lot more reliable in our eyes. First impression is everything.
So Ronald is a local company in this area. Ronald, he's a big follower of ours. He says if you ever need a home cleaning company, he's available. You know, she's gonna watch this stream. Ronald, why don't you just put your information there? Just put your information. She'll watch the stream. Trust me, she will watch the stream. She'll probably watch it a couple of times and show it to other people. Luis Moran says, it's so hard for me to take payment prior to finishing service, but we try to finish each service the same day, whether it's a couple of hours or all day. It's so hard for me to take payment prior to... Okay, Luis, I feel the same way you are. There's people that want to write me a check. If I say, hey, the hot tub is $300, they start writing me a check, and I stop them all the time. I'm like, no. Don't. Let me finish and then pay me. And they're like, well, I won't be here then. Ma'am, how about this? This is how I solve that problem, Luis. So if you're looking for, and this question's not related to you, I say this. Well, why don't you put the check somewhere around the house outside, and when I'm done, I'll take a picture of the hot tub that it's gone, and then you tell me where it's at. It could be under the mat. Oh, here we go.
Or just do an online payment service that you can just send it to the person on their email, and you can just pay via email instead of having to come out and mail a check or whatever.
I'm a fucking idiot. I feel stupid. I actually did. Go ahead. I was flexing.
Or you could do that too.
I was flexing when you did that.
You're so silly.
I know. Okay. Junket says, I'm talking about $1,500 plus a few hundred jobs that I do in 2 hours. Great job, Jimmy. Dr. Junk says, but I'm really, really pretty. So Mr. Dr. Junk in North Carolina, he's a pretty boy. Mm-hmm. He thinks he's really pretty, so he's talking about how pretty he was.
Let me be the judge of that.
Yeah, let her be the judge of that. Thank you for saying that, because I'm going to give him harsh shit about that later on. Louise ran through Square. She's smart, Ricardo. Yes, she is. She seems very, very smart. And, you know, one thing I want to tell you before we did this video, we did a little walkthrough. I asked her a few questions. She seemed nervous, and she was very, very nervous. Are you nervous now?
No.
No, it's like fucking the words are just coming out, right? It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. Oh, yeah. Show that, buddy. Show that. Thank you. So it's Willard's Office Works, and you'll see that later on, okay? Storming with an invoice, the inside of closing, guys. I wrote down a few things that I wanted to ask her, because I was really interested when she told me that she wanted to be on my channel, and I had begged her to anyway. I had questions, and I wrote down some questions here. What? I don't even know how to read this.
Those are just notes, Ricardo.
Is pricing going to be a big deal to you?
I mean, of course you have to be competitive.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna, overpay for something. So yeah, pricing is definitely, a thing that we need to look for as well. But you also, a lot of times when you go with the cheapest, you may get what you pay for.
I like her attitude. Having a good person that could speak on camera, but having a smart person with knowledge. And I like Barda because Barda is she's smart personally. And the second thing, they're street smart. And that's where I come in. I appreciate people who aren't fucking stupid. And Barda's street smart. You pay what you get.
Yeah, I do.
You honestly do. And I realize that my father, every time he bought a car, he bought the high-end car, not the low-end car. So if it was like a turbo, he'd buy the turbo instead of the low-end car. He taught me that as lessons go on. So when I buy a truck, I don't try to buy an F-350. I try to buy 450 or 550 with a better. I pay for what. And what you're saying is exactly right. In our business, and I'm going to teach you a little lesson. In our business, there's run-of-the-mill junk removal companies. Those are people that have a truck and trailer, and they're in it to screw you over. They hustle you on one job.
And then they disappear on the next one.
They're that contractor, Hey, Barda, I noticed that when you walked into my studio, you never said nothing about the awesome background and stuff like that we have, and the YouTube. I carved this. Did I tell you about this? How I carved this sign right here, this YouTube sign?
You did.
This right here, me and my dad were outside in the backyard, and lightning struck a tree, and this is made of that tree bark, of the wood. And I, Maddie, help me out. Carved it. I carved it like turkey, and I carved that sign because my dad passed away from it.
Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I didn't want to cry. Let's get back to this. Barda, I really appreciate you coming out here. I really do. And you're welcome to my channel anytime. your knowledge that you gave to my viewers is second to none right now. I've had people come on here before, and everybody's got good knowledge. I think what you fed to my viewers, and this is something that, like, dude, I'm trying to get new content to teach these people stuff. What you just did right here, you have to understand when you were talking about being professional and just keep on building that relationship. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. Which is really simple to you. Oh, just build a relationship with Barter and Rogers Healy's Real Estate. A lot of people don't understand it. They think, oh, I'll just send them letters. I'll just send them stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just send them stuff. They don't, you know what I mean?
And I have to also say something else. It's like, I hate whenever people always give me, hey, I'll get it done by the end of the day tomorrow.
Oh, shit. You don't got to tell me that.
Follow up again.
Nah, you don't got to tell me that.
And they got to do it again. And I'm just like, can you just stick to what you said that you're going to finish, and then we'll go from there, you know? So please don't do that. If you're in whatever business you are, just, you know, keep your word and deliver on time. Delivery is very important. So
there you go, guys. All right, guys, we're going to end the stream. I just want to appreciate Barta for coming out. She's with Rogers Healy and Associates in Dallas. And please follow me on Instagram and YouTube, and like my Facebook page if you'd like. Okay, so let's talk about your YouTube page, because I haven't even been on it, but I've seen your Instagram badass posting. This girl, how long does it take you to do one Instagram?
Well, I mean, it takes me like 3-4 hours.
Holy fuck, y'all gotta see her Instagram page. It is phenomenal. Can you pull up her, oh, we can't do that. We can't pull up a fucking Instagram page, can we?
You could.
And bring it on visually?
You could. You just
No, we can't. We can't. We'll ruin the stream.
Oh,
we can't
over
ruin the
there.
stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Never mind. I can't do it. She's got a really, really great. Can you give me the notes right there, Maddie, please, with her Instagram page? I want you to visit her Instagram page. She does these really cool posts on Instagram. I'm not a big old Instagram person. There it is, long card. So this is the start of it. It's backwards because we flipped the cameras. But this is her. Just put LLONCARI_realty. And you're going to see her Instagram page. We're blurry right now because the camera's adjusting to what's going on. I shouldn't have done that. I was so stupid. But we still live over here on this one and stuff. So we're going to be blurry for a few seconds, guys. Check out her page. And what is the name of your YouTube channel? So it is called The Dynamic Duo Realtors, and it's me and my partner. So if I typed in, Maddie, will you pull up another window and type in Dynamic Duo on YouTube, please? So Maddie's. There's a lot of other Dynamic Duo groups as well, so you have to. And sure I want to be sure that we look. And Maddie's actually pulling it up. He's over to my right side. Realtors. Dynamic Duo Realtors. RAA. And she wants. Okay. Okay, let's not play around, guys. You know what? She's got 7 subscribers. She's only got 2 videos. I saw these videos. I never mind. I know, and my first video is so bad. I made the mistake of like recording like this instead of like this. So here's what's funny about it is. And not all my videos are on here, so I need to do a better job of uploading my stuff. So guys, if y'all can't do me a favor really fast. Go to the Dynamic Duo Realtors. There are 2 girls, and they're hugging. One's in a blue dress and one's in a white dress. And hit that subscribe button, guys. Help her out, build her channel. She's only got 7 viewers. It's easy for her to grow the followers on Instagram. Look at her. She doesn't look like a dog. She's a fox, okay? So why don't y'all get on her YouTube page and give her some followers. I don't see the number moving, guys. I really don't. But hopefully by the end of the day, we can get her something like 10 or 11 or something viewers, guys. We have so many people. There's one. Boom. Look at that. We got Dynamic Duo. Whoever hit it, I appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. Really cool. Thank you. Thank you. That's funny. So, guys, if you can, it's called Dynamic Duo Realtors. She's on YouTube. She just started. There we go again. Yes, I'm going to tell you something about my guys, my streamers here, that these guys are very loyal. There's a lot of engagement on your videos. Yes, my videos are very engaging. That's why I told you should have came here earlier, because this video will not only go, it grows. Yeah. It grows, and on a weekly, monthly, it grows and grows and grows and grows. And
Yeah,
gets
that's
bigger.
what sucks with Instagram is that you have to save it under your like highlights. Otherwise, it's only on for 24 hours and then it'll disappear. So.
And dynamic duo. Let's go back to the page really fast, man. And let's see if we got some more people on it. Do we have any more people recycle that thing? Are we still at 9? Come on, guys. We can do better. Let's get it a little higher and help her out, guys. We got 2 subscribers. We got all these people listening and stuff. So it's called Dynamic Duo Realtors, and she is one of the thing. You got to see her bloopers. I saw the bloopers one. It was fucking ridiculously, stupidly funny. It was stupid funny, and I laughed. But that's the one I watched. Betty, go back to it. It's crazy because Natasha, who's your dynamic duo partner, she's so honest, and she's like.
She is. I love that. She's raw and she's out there. She's authentic. I think authenticity is it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
so.
and yeah, it is pretty funny. The video I saw this one.
And
I
we
saw
got
it.
like 220 views on that, right?
Yeah, and yeah.
That's a lot for 7 subscribers.
It is. It is a lot of views for 7 subscribers and stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. We gotta run. Actually, Maddie's here for a reason, guys. Maddie's his back is hurting. Okay, and this is what I talk about going back about. Stretching and doing yoga like we do. This camera never adjusted. It never adjusted. It just never came back. Can you believe that? We looked blurry the whole time. It's crazy. Matty got his back hurt doing a job. I feel bad about it. He's here. He's going to go to the hot tub with me. Then we're going to go get a back massage later on tonight. We're going to do this all. I feel bad because it's my fault.
Where's my invitation?
Yeah, sorry. And we're gonna go do this tonight, guys. And Wander's gonna somewhere around here. I don't know where you get, but I want to thank Billy first of all for our IT guy, Maddie back here for helping up answer questions. And guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I appreciate everybody who ask her questions, people who subscribe to the channel. I really thank you very much. If there's anything else you want to say, so we can go and get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really. Just, be out there, be authentic, be engaging. I will have to say, engage with other realtors, comment on their stuff, like their stuff, post their stuff, because we notice all of those kind of things.
Oh.
So be engaging, and, once I know that Ricardo, JunkGuy, likes 10,000 on my post, I'm going to eventually, have that image in the back of my mind. So...
There it
I'll
is,
reach
guys.
out to him, so.
There it is, guys. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later, guys. Don't forget, guys, if y'all love these videos, okay, subscribe over there to the right side, and on the left side, check out my other videos. And to my Facebook family, I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry I lost a little of the stream there, but I really don't do a lot of these Facebook things like I do my YouTube channel, but I appreciate all the Facebook love that y'all gave me out there on the discussion group. I want to thank Mike for the discussion group and also my personal page on Facebook. Thank you so much for allowing me to, who do I thank? Mark Zuckerberg?
I don't know who did YouTube.
Anybody? Nobody? All right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. We are out of here. Bye-bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.